Okay guys, we're here in the lab, and this is 10 grams that we, less a dab or two, that we extracted earlier. And what I'm doing right now is I'm folding it into a brick to let it butter up. And I want it about this size so I can get it inside this bag. It's going to be this way right here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip it inside two 37 micron bags. I'm going to double in those things, and then before I do that, I'm going to wrap it in a 25 micron screen. Stick it in two 37 micron bags end to end. I'll show you tomorrow in a whole video. But this is how you want to brick it up. You want to get it in that size prior to it happening. So you can see there has to be a micron screen that's wrapped around it. I'll take this guy right here. So I'll take a 6-inch square 25 micron, and I'm going to wrap it in it, and then I'm going to slide it inside this 37 micron, and then I'll cut it and I'll slide another 37 micron over it the opposite direction. And then we'll stick it inside the Nugsmasher IQ and make some isolate, so stay tuned. All right, what's up guys? I'm here in the Smash Lab, aka the hot box inside the Nugsmasher factory. We're here with the Nugsmasher IQ, and we're gonna make some isolate. I happen to have with me here today, just check this out. So I got about 10 grams of a brick of rosin, you can see. It's buttered up nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap that rosin over here. We're gonna take it, throw it here. We're gonna wrap it in a 25 micron sheet, which we sell at nugsmasher.com there, or on Amazon. And then we're gonna take that 25 micron sheet and we're gonna double end it in a 37 micron bag. And let me show you kind of what I've done here, guys. If you see, this is made to fit inside a 37 micron bag as it's wrapped. So I left a little room there. If you can get a close-up, show the viewers kind of the sizing on that. I left a little room because I'm gonna wrap it with this 25 micron sheet, and I wanted to be able to get it into that bag. That's crucial. I mean, the bag holds the surface area size, and at the end, after I fold it all up, that's the measurement I'm gonna take with a ruler to go ahead and plug into the IQ, so I have exact surface area size. So with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap it. Let me grab some gloves here, because this was just taken out of the fridge. And I got a question. I've been wondering something. We've have a freeze dryer, and I was wondering what happens when you freeze dry rosin. I mean, anybody ever done that? Hit me up if you've done that. Inquiring minds want to know. Rosin, not hash. I mean, does it leave the terps, you know, maybe takes the fats and lipids out, and is it another way to isolate? I just put, you know, if you got something about this size, I put it right in the middle of the sheet. Try to do it in thirds. We got a pretty hefty brick here. Pretty simple to do. You just stick it right in the bag like that. And then at this point, what I like to do, guys, is I like to come by here. I want to make sure that I'm not cutting the micron screen, but I want to trim the bag off. And then I want to grab another 37 micron. This seems to really work good to isolate. You might have to do it a couple, 3 times to refine, depending on how you like your isolate, how pure you need it. But you can repeat this process and just lose a little yield each time to refine it. I mean, crazy if you want. So, you know, however much you're looking to refine it, you can. Through this process, you just might have to repeat it. And these are 37 micron bags, if you guys are just joining us. And inside these double 37 micron bags, we have a 25 micron screen that the rosin is in, and it's about a little over 10 grams of rosin, I believe. All right, so I'm actually going to flip these two bags. Shorter one. See, I just did that. I traded them. One was on the inside, now it's on the outside. Okay, very good. So there is your rosin patty that's going to turn into an isolate patty. And what we're going to find is a ruler. Once I have my ruler, I'll come over here and I'll kind of measure this. What's that look like, camera guy? About 2.5. Okay. And I'll go like this. What's that look like?
2.5.
All right, that works for me. I want to get as close as I can. Then what I want to do is I want to come over to the Nugsmasher IQ, and I know the plates are going to be a lot closer together, so I'm just going to handle that now. Sorry? Cool. We'll get it ready to do something like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set that surface area that we just measured over there so the machine knows what it's working with. Okay, so 2.5 by 2.5. Okay, that'll give us our total surface area, so the applied pressure on the next screen that we go to will be just perfect for us. So I'm going to go over from this screen, I'm going to go over to the ramp, which you can isolate or do hash here. So I'm going to go isolation. Starting pressure is 100, starting temperature is 100, ending temperature is 155, ending pressure is 120. Really, really safe on all fronts here. You're going to get the top yield on this. You could go a little longer time-wise. It'll give you a little more refinement. You can go up on your end pressure or your end temperature. It'll give you less yield and more refinement again. Just depends on what you want to do. This is a really good starting point to see what you're going to get, but I'm going to go ahead and set mine for 35 minutes. Just because I think that'll be a lot better on the setting for this brick. And I'm going to stick it in there, and all I'm going to do is hit start at this point. And it's basically, it's going to start, at this 100 material PSI, and it's set for that 2.5 by 2.5 size, the size that I'm putting in. And then it's going to start at 100 and start raising that temp all the way up through the 35 minutes. So you're going to watch what it does and how it starts climbing, but it's pretty neat setting on the Nugsmasher IQ, and great for hash and wonderful for isolate, as you'll see soon. So the next step is I'm just going to grab a couple pieces of parchment paper to stick between there. I like to just fold them over in half. Makes it good. Basically, all the oils are going to come out of the THCA product that we have here. And at this point, I just throw it between the parchment here, really close to the back. I like to get it there somewhere. And I make sure that it's somewhat in the center there. Give it a little room. And at this point, all you gotta do is hit start. At this point, you hit start. Machine does the rest. Once it hits the setting, the timer starts clicking off. We're gonna check back at 35 minutes, see what we get. All right, guys, welcome back. We have about a minute left or whatnot. I'm going to go ahead and just let the pressure off and see what we got here. I definitely can see a lot of oil is what you want. That's, you're trying to get the oil off the THCA isolate. And what we should be left with is a brick of THCA in the center with a lot less oil, which you can see there. And what we're going to do is we're going to peel the bags off it now. Actually, we're going to cut the bags off it. God, can you wait to have isolate? Oh my gosh.
Look at this.
And you know, the more layers you pull away, guys, the less oil you're gonna get down to. So, oops. Just be real gentle with it because it's gonna be really sensitive. And you still are gonna have some oil and some fats and lipids in this, but we could refine it now again. And it'd be even better. Just depends on your preference, how far you want to go. And basically the process to refine it again is the exact same process that we just went through. So, and there's your big clunk of semi-isolate. I'd say you're probably about 80, high 80s to low 90s THCA in this hunk, but you can see some of the oil around the outsides. I normally let this rest and cool before I'll redo it. But I set it there, I let it rest, I let it cool. I'll rewrap it in a 25 micron screen, throw it in another 37 micron bag just like that. Put it right back in for one more cycle, same exact settings, and it'll pull a little bit more oil out of it, a little bit more of the fats and lipids, and we'll get it up to about that 94 percentile. And there you have it. That's how you make isolate that simple on the Nugsmasher IQ. Thanks for joining us, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, tell a friend for God's sakes. And if you're shopping around at Nugsmasher, guys, I want you to call my customer service team. They're on 7 days a week, and they want to make you a special deal. So call them directly, give them a hard time, tell them Ryan said to call, and make you a special deal. You can give them a call direct, or you can go online, chat with them at nugsmasher.com. Those are our customer service agents here at the factory, so make sure you tell them that from me, and see you next time. Little clunk.
Woo! 20 grams of isolate?